Okay, today I thought I would do a tag video and I chose the 15 questions tag. It's been around for a long, long time, but I've never done it, so I thought I would do it today. Okay, number one, what do you think you can do but you can't do? I'm not really sure about that one. I should have thought about these. I never think before I start, and then I start looking at the questions and think I should have thought about these. I guess in the past, I thought I could sing, and it's just not it's terrible, horrible. I can't sing not even one note. I'm 100% tone deaf, and so is my daughter, but it doesn't stop her either. So I guess we're a team. What's a difficult word for you to pronounce? um, a word that I cannot stand is what you do to your clothes, wash, because where I grew up we say wash, and I hate that, and I wish I said wash because it sounds so much more, I don't even know. So I'm really trying to change how I say that word. So I really have to concentrate every time I say it. And also, I don't like to say fixin'. I say it all the time. Now, it doesn't bother me. I've already said this. Forget it. It doesn't bother me in normal conversation, but when I hear myself on videos saying fixin' too, and sometimes I have such a southern accent where I really don't think I do, but I do. So anyway, those are the few things I want to change or get a little bit better at. I don't mind a southern accent, but sometimes I chop my words off or they sound real undeliberate, and I never noticed that until I started doing YouTubes. Number three, what's a favorite TV show from your childhood? Now, when I typed these out, this one I did think about. I have to break it into two categories, and then I have to give more than one show for each category. Okay, as far as now, I always watched most of these shows I watched after school, but some of them I think I watched in prime time. But just after school reruns, I guess my absolute favorite long term was always Gilligan's Island. Yes, I love Andy Beaver and Lucy, but when I think about being a kid from and coming home from school, I always watch Gilligan's Island. So yeah. Um, my husband just came in. Scott, I'm doing a video, so he said I can't help it. Okay. But my other favorite TV show from my childhood that I watched during prime time was Mary Tyler Moore. Now I remember specifically Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, loved those, but I also watched Mary Tyler Moore. That's my favorite. Okay, what are your virtues and vices? I'm skipping that one because I don't have any idea. What's more important, love, fame, power, or money? Love, obviously. If you could live in any era, time period, what would it be and why? Okay, I think if I could, okay, my dream time period that my husband's talked me out of is I wanted to be in America when it was first being settled and you were like in wagon trains going west. But because I read this big long series of books about it when I was about in my 30s, and I had just thought it was just the most romantic sounding thing to just leave everybody, your family in the East, and go west with your husband and just start a new life in land that no one had lived in. But then when the nitty gritty of the wagon train, when you really see it, it looks really difficult. And people died all the time and they were dirty all the time. So there, I've changed my mind on that. I would only want to go back about 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. I would want to be where I was having my family starting in 1960. That's when I would want to live. Like I would only go back 20 years. So yeah, because I cannot go further back than plumbing and air conditioning. So yeah. Okay. If you had to redo your entire wardrobe with two stores, what would they be and why? Oh man, I didn't even see this question. Forever 21 because it's fun and inexpensive, and then I guess Dillard's because I think it has a pretty well-rounded selection from juniors to special events. Not that I go to any special events, but they have good makeup, good purses. But this said wardrobe, so yeah, Forever 21 and probably Dillard's. What can you recall that you were doing a year ago on this day? Oh my gosh, it would have, I have no idea. Well, a year ago, I have no idea. Um, what? Oh, do you have a reoccurring dreams? And if so, explain. Okay. This one, it always is my high school. And I went to a really large high school with more than one, two, three buildings. But I can't find my locker in my high school. I can't find my locker. And I'm going up and down this same set of stairs that I went up and down a million times when I was in high school, right by my typing teacher's classroom. And that's where I was. And I think the reason I keep having that bad dream is because one time at the top of the stairs was the journalism room where we did the newspaper for the school, and the bottom of the stairs was Miss Exa Matlock's typing room. And one day we were messing around upstairs because, you know, you had a lot of downtime when you were making a newspaper. It was really just a free for all. We were playing with a hula hoop in the hallway, and it rolled down the stairs and stopped and spun in a bunch of circles and landed right in front of her door. And she came bounding up the stairs, and we had to run in the dark room and hide. So I think my secret fear of that day makes me have that reoccurring dream in that one spot that I can't find my locker. I have another dream that it's the end of the semester and it's time for finals, and I realized that I've never been to that class. That's another dream, that I've never been to that class. I don't know. I must have been traumatized in high school because that's always what my dreams revolve around. What's your horoscope? Let's see. I think I'm a Virgo. I'm pretty sure I am. I haven't looked at it in probably 30 years, so yeah, I'm a Virgo, but I don't read it, follow it, believe in it, or anything like that. What does your dream bedroom look like? Okay, my dream bedroom would be taupe, taupey pink walls, taupey pink gray. Okay, have you figured out why I haven't found this color yet? With all white bedding and dark furniture. Yeah. And I could achieve that fairly easy in my room, except right now my master bedroom is dark, dark red. And it's going to be quite the deal to cover that and get that red covered completely. So we haven't tackled it yet, but we will soon. What position do you sleep in? On my side. What is your favorite vampire of all time? Favorite vampire of all time would have to be from Dark Shadows, another cult favorite from my childhood. Um, at one point, my parents said I couldn't watch it because it was really extremely creepy. And I have to admit that we would run down the street to this other house where the parents worked, and we watched on their TV because nobody was home to, watch us. But my favorite, and then they finally started letting me watch it, but sometimes my dad, or maybe it must have been my brother, would scare the crap out of me because I would be watching it. It came on at like 3:30 in the afternoon, I remember, and I would just be sitting there in front of the TV. You know, back when you could sit right in front of the TV and nobody cared, and they would scare me, and I would be petrified. Okay, back to that. My favorite vampire is from that show, and in a way it was Quentin because he was the really cool, good-looking one. Well, sort of. But I really liked Barnabas because he was the center of the show. And I think Robert Pattinson is, yeah, he's not for me. What are you currently wearing on your feet? Oh my gosh, I wish I had seen that. I'm fixing to go, I am about to go to Target, and these are my absolute favorite flip-flops. They're bronze, they're Old Navy. I've worn them for years. They are just my go-to shoe. Do you have neat handwriting? Show us. Oh my gosh, I don't even have a piece of paper. Okay, let me see if I can write on the back of this. This is my husband's work stuff, but I think I can write on the back of it. And do I have a pen that will even show? Oh, here's a Sharpie. All right. I guess I'll just write my name. I don't know if I have neat handwriting, but when something needs to be written, I usually do it for people. Like I wrote my daughter's name, my name. What else could I write? Have a nice day. I have a problem with, okay, now this is going to be backwards, but I have a problem with, okay, there's my handwriting. I have a problem with, I I write in half cursive and half print. I've always done that. I can start a letter, like I have a friend, Deanne. Well, I mention her all the time. She has the most gorgeous handwriting, or I won't say gorgeous. It's just really cool and modern and flashy, and not flashy, but it's just perfect. And so every time I start to write her something, I start off with one kind of handwriting, and by line 3, I switch back. I don't know. It's weird. But I half print, half use cursive, and my signature doesn't even always look the same. Sometimes I literally think at the bank that they're not going to cash the check or whatever I have because I don't think my signatures, because I have 2 ways of making the T for my name. Well, that's a pretty common thing that you would make the same all the time in your signature, but not me. See here, I printed it, and in my bank stuff, I sign a T, so who knows. All right, well, that's it for this tag video. It wasn't very interesting, but anyway, I got a million things to do. I'm going to go to Target, and I'm going to come home. See, I'm saying gonna. I'm going to come home, and then I'm going to do the laundry, finish the laundry, clean house, and my husband just cleaned the back, and he put together a brand new fire pit, so we're going to sit out by the fire tonight because it's going to get a little chilly. So anyway, thanks. See you later. Bye.